let's start this. All right, today guys, we are setting up a new complete deck. Ground up, everything pretty much going on this deck is new. The only thing that's not new on this deck is going to be the trucks. I'm going to be using my old Indy hollow, forged hollows, Chris Joslin models. I will be changing the bushings out of those. So let's run over quickly what I've got here. I've got the Ishod Wair 8.125 real deck. It is, like I mentioned, 8.125 wide. The length 32 inches with a wheelbase of 14.25. Pretty standard wheelbase for decks between that and 8.25. That's why I'm going back to these. I was riding on the girl deck, a 14-inch wheelbase. I wasn't really feeling it. Couldn't quite do anything with these, so I went back to a Thunder. We'll start this real deck on the Indies and see how they go. I've picked up some Bones OGs, so 100s, 53mm, that nice little Goldilocks or nice middle point between a 52mm and a 54mm wheel for street skating and park skating, just skating overall, trying to learn some tricks. Wide wheel, I think it's 33mm wide. Contact patch would be, I think it's either 19 or 21mm. I probably should look into that more before I actually start these videos. I'm very happy about being able to pick up these Bones hardcore bushings though. I'm going to change these into the Indies. I don't think I've seen these in Australia for about, I don't know, 3 months, so quite happy about that. Going to be trying the new, or a new bearing, Sunday, the Gabriel Summers model. I'm pretty sure they're an Australian brand. I've tried Bones, Bronson's, Diamond. Now it's trying to try these, something different. And then if these are no better or whatnot than Bones and that, I'll probably just go back to Bones and maybe go up a little bit higher in the ranks of Bones bearings. Along with Sunday, just got some Sunday hardware. Hardware's hardware, like I generally say, but the Diamond Supply Co. hardware that I've been using has been giving me the shits a little bit, just always coming loose. So, and stock standard to go on top of the skateboard is just the mob grip that you get given to you when you buy decks. So this deck set me back 129 AUD, pretty pricey. Real decks have a good brand name, so hopefully this performs well and lasts well too. So let's get all this together. All right, that is set up, complete and done. The bushings, no, the bearings were a little bit hard to get into the Bones wheels, especially on the graphic side. So I had to do the old on the truck first trick, so that worked in the end. But that's everything set up. So just to recap to what we've got here, it's a Ishod Wair real deck, 8.125. I'm going down in size. Should be interesting to see how that goes. Also, the real deck is got a bit more concave and steepness of kicks than the girl deck, or quite a lot more than a girl deck. That's going to be different as well. So I've got the Bones OG 100s, 53mm, Chris Joslin Indies, forged hollows, Sunday bearings, bones hard bushings. Super stoked. Sunday hardware. Overall, pretty keen to give this one a skate. It's getting a little bit late now today. I'll catch you guys in about just after this quick ad break, and we'll go for a skate. Now onto the review aspect of this video. Straight up, I didn't really enjoy the deck too much, especially my first session. I really didn't enjoy it. The sound of the wood just didn't quite sound right. It didn't sound as solid as a lot of the decks. It just had a weird, like a flat thud. It didn't make a big. If you know, you know. But it just like when you ting it and try to pop it, it just sounded thud, dead knock, thud. Though I enjoyed going down to the 8.125 size from what I was riding the girl deck, that 8.25 size deck. Said size a lot there, size. But yeah, the size doesn't really matter too much. You're only losing like a quarter, no, it's not even a quarter, so it's an 1/8 of an inch. You don't notice it. It does make your deck a little bit lighter. That for now on, I reckon I'll be riding that size deck. Probably the biggest thing that I didn't quite enjoy or affected my skating personally the most was the steep kicks of the real deck. The real deck does have it has quite a steep deck, steep pitched kicks. Where what I was riding was the girl, it was like a mellow kick. It was also a shorter wheelbase. It shouldn't affect it too much, but definitely with the kicks. As I'm getting on a little bit older, over in the 30s now, my legs are a little bit weaker. Trying to pop down and get that right timing, it's just I struggled quite a bit. Though I did have like a really good session. That was the session that was filmed. And I had a couple of other good sessions too, but there was more bad than good when I was skating this deck. The deck is a nice shape, pretty full nose, that slightly tapered tail. I quite enjoyed the shape of it. Mellow, it's pretty mellowish concave across the deck, but like I mentioned, the kicks are a bit steeper. So if you don't want that, don't buy like this deck or just generally real decks in general. Weirdly enough too, like, all the decks that I've been riding, I've ridden quite a few, and some of them I haven't been quite happy with because they've gone soggy quick and stuff, but none of them have chipped. This real deck was the only deck that I've chipped since I've started skateboarding. Could be just an accident, could be whatnot, but a lot of other decks I've rammed into ledges and everything, and yeah, this real one on the top, it's delaminated, or not really delaminated, but it chipped a bit off the top. This could be just me being overly picky. Like I mentioned, I did have more bad sessions than good sessions on this deck. I could have got just a bad real deck. Real decks are known for their solidarity and their strength in their deck, and I personally just didn't feel that with this deck, with the wood being that little bit like deadening, it was a bit dead, had that thud sound, and I just didn't enjoy my time on the real deck. I also had a friend who had a real deck. He got rid of it pretty quickly too, but that was a slightly different shape. It was quite a really full shape. Throughout the deck's life, it never changed the way it popped, it felt. It was the same throughout, so that's a positive to take out of this deck. Like I said, might have been picky just for me, but this deck, not for me. If you like a steeper kicks and you're looking for that extra pop, go for it, try a real deck. Be careful, a lot of other real decks are like a 14.38 wheelbase, which is a little bit longer than I had. I had that 14.25, which I thought was great. Rode it on the Thunders. Maybe I should have tried it on the Indies as well, but I'm really trying to enjoy these Thunders at the moment until I change back over to the Indies again. But overall, let me know what you think down in the comments. I may have got a spud, I may just be picky, but I have to skate it. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the sound of it. As soon as you find these little picky things, and if you're particular about your gear and what you ride, and you're like, oh, it doesn't sound right, you just put off straight from the get-go, really. Currently on an April deck. We'll see how that one goes. But for this video, it was a long one. I think it's going to be a long one after I piece it together. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in another video soon. Peace.